Next, the home team on the scoreboard, the Corbin Redhounds. Starting number 2, Darcy Anderson. Starting number 11, Callie Housley. Starting number 14, Reagan Walker. Starting number 22, Bailey Stewart. Starting number 24, Shelby Stewart. The Redhounds are coached by Isaac Wilson. Now let's play some ball.
Starting lineups for Corbin and North Laurel here in a semifinal game number 1 here on Friday night. We're pleased to be joined with you here at the arena in Corbin. Eugene Farmer here alongside John North. And John, I tell you, big game atmosphere here as the ladies take center stage. 2 teams will advance tomorrow night's championship game.
You know, talk about all business, too. North Laurel was pressing up on Corbin there as they was in the middle of the court. Again, it's been a key for Coach Mahan for them to get off to a good start. That shows a lot of intensity early. They're ready to go to work.
Enough of the pageantry. Let's get to it. It's Coach Mahan and the Lady Jags. McKnight and Shelby Stewart in the center circle, and the tip is controlled by Darcy Anderson of Corbin. Corbin in their home whites with the red letters, numerals, and trim. North Laurel in their road blue with the green letters and numerals trimmed in white. Shelby Stewart, left side to Bailey Stewart. Long 18-footer, won't go. Up high goes Emily Sizemore. The ball is knocked away, and Housley comes away with it.
She's very patient with the ball.
Back to Walker for 3. She can't get it to go. The ball goes out of bounds off Sizemore and will stay with Corbin as Darcy Anderson has been fierce on the offensive glass thus far.
When you start out in a zone, your biggest worry as a coach is that you give up offensive rebounds. That's 2 extra possessions for Corbin now. 1 taken away by a steal from Nicholson now.
Nicholson drives down the lane. Shot up, won't go. Knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with North Laurel. You know, earlier in the year, John, when we saw North Laurel in the Mountain Classic, they were without Brooke Nicholson. Just completely changes the game when she's in there.
Well,
one of the most athletic players in the region.
She is, and she is a very good three-point shooter, and she is probably their best defensive player as well.
Valentine against Anderson. And it's off to Emily Sizemore. Stops 10-footer, left side, won't go. And the rebound on the bounce to Bailey Stewart.
Corbin rebounding really well early on in this contest.
Anderson in the front court for the Lady Redhounds. Off to Shelby Stewart. Open 3, partially blocked by Valentine, and McKnight clears the rebound. Ahead to Sizemore. Sizemore drives it into the lane against Housley, puts it up off the glass, won't go, and Walker there with a nice rebound. Reagan Walker over to Anderson. Wide open 3. That one's blocked as well by Valentine. Back-to-back defensive plays for Haley Valentine. She'll stop from 12 feet. It won't go, and Corbin right there to clear the rebound. It's Housley.
2 shots erased from 3. You can tell Corbin wants to go up and down here. They want to get this tempo up. But the coverage of Haley Valentine, that's not an easy play to make with those long arms. Got them blocked twice.
Stewart looks against Valentine. Goes to Bailey Stewart. It's out top to Anderson, and they'll reset. Both teams playing sound defense early here, John.
Yeah, North playing the zone that Knox really couldn't do against Corbin because of how well they're moving right now.
Anderson's just going to hold it out deep now. We've played 2 minutes and still scoreless. Left side to Shelby Stewart. Goes over to Anderson now. Gets a screen from Walker. Goes around it. Jump stop. Goes up from 10. Well short of McKnight. Clears the rebound. Long pass from Sizemore up to Nicholson. She can't corral it, but then regains control out to Sizemore. Lobs it for McKnight down low. Puts it up. No good. And the rebound's got to be cleared by Anderson.
Good defense there. McKnight may have went up and down. I don't know if it was knocked away from her or not, but regardless, smaller player making the defensive play against the taller player.
McKnight is going to have that advantage down low all night, John.
Got to get her touches in the half court.
Housley looks. Goes down low to Bailey Stewart. Puts it up off the glass. Won't go. Walker to follow. Yes.
Offensive reboundings out of that zone has been a huge issue for North in the opening 3 minutes of this contest.
Reagan Walker had 2 points in the opening round win over Knox Central. Gets Corbin on the board here first. Valentine against Anderson. Great matchup there. Sizemore gets a high screen for McKnight. Goes around it. Feeds McKnight on the screen. Knocked out of bounds by Shelby Stewart on the help side defense, and it will stay with North Laurel.
When you talk about rotating over for help defense, that's how you do it. Any step slower, you commit a foul there, but it was great rotation, and that nearly forces the turnover.
Valentine against Anderson. Dribbles it out deep. Crosses her over. Now spins into the lane. Shot up, won't go. And Anderson right there to clear the rebound yet again. Housley on the right side. She'll dribble over. Feed it to Bailey Stewart. Not sure she was the intended target. Back out to Housley. Stop. Straight to line jumper for her. Too hard. And Valentine clears the rebound. And she's going to be fouled by Reagan Walker. That'll be her first and the team's first. Here with 4:18 to play, North Laurel still not on the board, John.
Yeah, how about Corbin bringing on some full court pressure now for North Laurel to deal with?
Kayla Stidham as well as Lauren Faulkner into the ball game for Corbin, as Anderson and Housley will get a breather.
Hey, Anderson needs a breather right now the way she's been rebounding. Coach Wilson got to keep her in the game as much as possible. Get her some breaks.
Sizemore works it up against Stidham. Comes into front court, goes behind her back. And crosses her over, drives down the lane, shot up, won't go. McKnight follows, good, and the foul. And that's going to be Reagan Walker's second foul, and the team's second. Give the basket to Chloe McKnight. She comes in averaging over 10 points a ball game. To give North Laurel the lead, she converts. Erica Angel and also Callie Housley back in for Corbin, as Shelby Stewart will exit, as well as Reagan Walker.
I like the substitution there for Coach Wilson because you got a media timeout coming up, so a little bit of an extra break there for his key players.
Stidham out top to Bailey Stewart. She goes left around Valentine. Comes to a stop. Out to Housley. Housley loses it. Sizemore gets it. Then Angel knocks the long pass away, goes out of bounds, and will stay with North Laurel as we will come to our first media timeout, I believe. Timeout on the floor. 3-2 North Laurel here early from the girls' semifinals in the 13th region tournament at the arena.
We are more than capable of providing quality care, and my partner and I will bring that.
We teamed up together as cardiothoracic surgeons to provide the highest standards of care.
We can give people a better quality of life, and the quality of surgery will be as exemplary here as it is anywhere else.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
Do you ever hear voices in your head that tell you to do things?
Nope. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
You hear voices that tell you to do things. What kind of things?
Mostly insurance-related things.
Home and auto. They just go together. Save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
There it is again.
That's just the announcer.
Oh, so you hear it too?
Yeah.
Show yourself.
High alert weather, dedicated to Eastern Kentucky.
.345 to play here in the opening period. 3-2. North Laurel leads it over Corbin. Eugene Farmer and John North here with you from the arena. As Brooke Nicholson dribbles it into the lane, floats it for McKnight, knocked away by Eric Angel, but right back to Nicholson. Then Anderson knocks the ball away and creates the turnover for Corbin. Housley now against Valentine. Off to Stidham. In the corner to Faulkner. Reverse layup for her is good, coming off the bench for Lauren Faulkner. She scored 2 points against Knox Central, and gives Corbin a 4-3 lead.
I know using that rim and that net as a protector against McKnight paid off.
McKnight falls on the loose ball. Or was it Corbin who fell on the loose ball?
I think it was
Corbin.
North, and North got the timeout, Eugene.
So a turnover, Corbin will get it. 3:03 to play here in the first quarter. And John, this game has started a little bit slow offensively, but I think Corbin has really played solid defensively, aside from giving up the bucket to McKnight.
Up until this point, Coach Wilson is fine with his performance. It's, again, Coach Mahan probably stumped by why his team is getting off to these slow starts. You know, again, in our post-game interview, he said we had one bad game, one slow start in the tournament last year, and it cost us a regional because of it. And this is twice now. He's probably not going to be happy with the way his team starts, but credit Corbin, especially the way Darcy Anderson has started this ball game.
Full court pressure now from North Laurel as they get it up to Housley. She brings it in the front court. Valentine and Nicholson come out on her. Over to Anderson, right side. Corbin patient offensively. Now Stidham. Back to Anderson. Left side to Housley. She'll take a long three. That's perfect. Callie Housley's first points of the night. And it just like that, it's 7-3, Corbin. Valentine comes in, stops, 10-footer, yes.
Valentine with the bucket there, but I want to ask you something, Eugene. Have you ever seen Housley take a bad shot?
No, I
just
tell you.
In the flow of the offense, she never forces anything.
Anderson, bounce pass, Stidham, ball fake, puts it up, no good. Anderson right there to rebound, can't get it to go, but she is fouled. The way Darcy Anderson is rebounding here in the first half, that alone I think has kept Corbin in it, John.
Yeah, this has been a tournament of role players, and she stepped up early, and she has been a problem defensively. The way she's grabbed some offensive rebounds, some 50-50 balls, got forced a steal down here earlier, and a big reason for her team's success right now. She should be very, very pleased with the way she's played in the opening minutes of this contest.
76% free throw shooter on the year. Second of two for Anderson. This one's perfect as well. First two on the night for her. She had 11 in the round one win against Knox Central. Sizemore bounces it into front court, then loses it off her leg, and Bailey Stewart gets it on the turnover. Ahead to Housley. Housley one-on-one. Puts it up and in. Beautiful move that time by Callie Housley as she split defenders and put it in with the left hand.
Little Euro going to the right, flipped it back up with her left. That was beautiful.
They lob it for McKnight, and she puts it up. No good. Gets it back, and she's going to be fouled, I believe, by Erica Angel. That'll be her first, team third.
With one thing, McKnight's mismatch has caused a lot of fouls and a lot of the fouls racking up now for Corbin in the post. I mean, they've had one post player sit now because of those two fouls, and you know, if Angel picks up another one here, you got to wonder where Corbin's going to go inside.
McKnight shoots it 70% from the free throw line. Can't get that one to go. She's 2 of 3 on the evening. Housley races into front court. Hands off to Anderson, and it's going to be Nicholson that fouls her. Brooke Nicholson's first foul, team second. Anderson now in backcourt, working it up against Nicholson. Goes around screen, stops 8-footer. This one's off, no good. Sizemore gets the rebound for North Laurel. Off to Emily Sizemore. Emily behind her back, over to Bella. Back to Emily. Emily drives in. Off balance shot is blocked by Shelby Stewart. Oh my.
Best play you can make. She kept it in bounds as well. It didn't go out of bounds. You get a possession.
Housley, wide open three. This one's too hard. Loose ball rebound. There's Anderson again. Puts it up, no good. And this time Emily Sizemore clears the rebound. Bella Sizemore splits defenders, and she's going to be fouled.
It's going to be 2 on Angel now.
Erica Angels second, team fourth.
We'll see the block again here on the replay, Eugene. I mean, just coming in, went for the steal, got it with the right hand, and then kept it inbounds. That is just an impressive play to make.
Bella Sizemore converts the first free throw, 71.4% on the year. Jalen Black comes into the game for North Laurel for the first time as Brooke Nicholson exits. Sizemore's second free throw is good as well. And Gracie McKnight, number 35, she'll check in for the first time tonight for North Laurel as well. Anderson behind her back in the front court. Off to Stidham now. Let's get past Shelby Stewart, wide open three. This one's short, no good. But there's Housley with another offensive rebound. Housley drives baseline, goes up from 10. This one's short, no good. And she gets her own rebound. Out to Anderson. She'll back it up. Woo.
She checked Valentine right
did.
there.
Stewart back to Anderson. 15 seconds to play here, first quarter. 11-8. Corbin leads it. Anderson off to Bailey Stewart. Stewart drives in, goes up with a left-hand shot off the glass. No good. Emily Sizemore rebounds. She's going to have to get it up with one, and that's the end of quarter number one with the Corbin Lady Redhounds leading it 11-8 here in the girls' semifinal game number one. Second quarter action when we return to the Corbin Arena on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
My name is Taylor. I am from Hazard, Kentucky. I had a visit here. The second I got out of my car, I was like, I'm done. Like I didn't need to hear anything else. He pulled up like my offer and he scrolled down to the bottom and it said estimated total cost $0. I was like, I'm going here. I was looking for somewhere small and somewhere that I could feel at home and feel comfortable, and that's exactly what Union is to me. It's changed my life.
Do you ever hear voices in your head that tell you to do things?
Nope. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
You hear voices that tell you to do things. What kind of things?
Mostly insurance-related things.
Home and auto. They just go together. Save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
There it is again.
That's just the announcer.
Oh, so you hear it too?
Yeah.
Show yourself.
Go ahead. Second quarter action here in girls semifinal game number one as Corbin leads North Laurel 11-8. Eugene Farmer here alongside John North here on a lovely Friday evening in Eastern Kentucky. Feels like spring, John.
It does. I think it's going to get up in the 70s tomorrow, but already kind of that spring madness here in the arena with Corbin being on top in game number one.
Nice pass from Valentine to McKnight, but she cannot convert the layup, and Reagan Walker there for the rebound. Off to Darcy Anderson. Anderson gets the 2-3 zone of North Laurel. Stewart feeds Stidham in the lane. One bounce, gets it over to Anderson. Right corner three, yes.
Just a matter of time before she gets it going offensively, and with the way that she's played defensively and rebounding, you let her have as many shots as she wants.
Valentine stops and pops from 8, no good. McKnight to follow is up and in.
And McKnight wanted another chance at that when Eugene has missed 2 easy ones down underneath. She usually does not miss those.
6 for McKnight. Stewart, she'll take a long 3, left side, it's no good. But Bailey Stewart there for the rebound. Stewart tries to feed Anderson, knocked out of bounds by Emily Sizemore, and it will stay with Corbin.
And things may settle in, Eugene, and the zone may start doing its job, but right now, if I'm Coach Mahan, I'm sweating bullets with the amount of offensive rebounds that they're giving up, especially with the way Corbin's starting to shoot the basketball.
Corbin looks in, gets it to Housley, who just checked in. To Reagan Walker now, left side to Stewart. She'll fire a long 3. This one's off, no good. The rebound will be knocked out of bounds and will stay with Corbin. .641 to play here in the second quarter. The Lady Hounds lead it by 4. Housley out top, right side to Stewart. She gets it out to Bailey Stewart. Swinging around to Housley. North Laurel doing a good job extending that zone, John.
Yeah, they are, but Corbin still, they're able to get the shots that they want out of it right now. There's been the difference, though.
Valentine rips away the steal off to Bella Sizemore. Sizemore all the way down the lane, offensive foul. Bella Sizemore's first foul, team third.
So good job to take the charge down here, but on the defensive end, Valentine, anything coming over to our left side of the floor here, she is contested, and it's been hard to get through. But North Laurel just hasn't been able to cash those into some points. It's been a struggle so far offensively, to say the least, for them.
Walker spins her way into front court. Looks for Stewart on the backdoor cut. She gets into the lane, off to Housley. Back to Bailey Stewart, 8-footer left side, good. For Bailey Stewart, that's her first points of the night. She becomes the 5th Lady Red Hound to get the scoring column.
Soft spots in that zone defense.
Now Sizemore loses it out of bounds, and it will stay with North Laurel.
Yeah, soft spots in that zone defense. Anytime you catch it on that baseline, you know McKnight is probably going to be the one coming out to you. If she's kind of sucked into the paint, you're going to have an open jumper on the baseline.
Sizemore looks in for Valentine. Tries to lob it for McKnight, a steal by Housley. Housley in the front court. The bounce pass to Anderson is just too far out of her reach. It'll be a turnover to North Laurel.
Well, Anderson forced that turnover again with her length. That's 2 deflections she's had that's led to steals on top of her rebounding effort so far.
The guard play from Corbin has been sensational in the first half.
And it has to be in this game for them to win.
Nicholson is going to be fouled on the reach-in by Bailey Stewart. That's her first and the team's 5th. Shelby Stewart back into the lineup now for the Lady Hounds. They get it into Valentine. She thinks about a 3. Goes around the McKnight screen, down the lane. Shot up won't go. Loose ball rebound. Reagan Walker gets it for Corbin. 4-on-1. Walker down the lane. Knocked out of bounds by Bella Sizemore, and it will stay with Corbin.
Corbin really wanting to push the issue, and I don't blame them with that zone defensive north. Beat it down the floor before they have a chance to get set up, and you've got an advantage. That's what the guards have done so far.
Stidham, left side to Housley. Nicholson comes out on her. Right side to Shelby Stewart. Lobs it for Housley. Housley dribbles left side, floater up. Won't go, and Sizemore corrals the rebound for North Laurel.
Great box out.
Nicholson fakes the 3, drives right baseline, puts it up off the glass and in. First basket of the night for Brooke Nicholson, and it's a big one to cut the lead down to 4 for Corbin.
Yeah, she is so quick off of that bounce, and she's such a threat from 3. You got to chase her off the line.
Anderson, deep 3 right side. No good. Nicholson gets the rebound in a hurry. 1-on-1 with Anderson. Nicholson down the lane. Shot up, won't go. Foul on Darcy Anderson. Her first, team 6th. Has Brooke Nicholson back-to-back opportunities to get into the scoring column. Those long rebounds, John, are going to be big in this ball game tonight.
Well, Nicholson is good for about 6 points per game just on those runouts, and they haven't went for her earlier, but now starting to get going on that pump fake and then drive to the basket. But she covers so much for so quick. I mean, she took that from the 3-point line to the other end in about 3 seconds.
Cannot convert the second, but there's Valentine. As she can't get it to go, but she's going to be fouled. And that will be on Shelby Stewart. That'll be her first, team 7th.
See the replay on here, and I mean, Valentine is just tough as nails. Trying to create some space there, comes to a perfect stop, goes up and under to create the contact. And she has really played her tail off here in the opening half of this game.
Gets the first one to go. That's her 3rd point of the night. And the second one as well for Valentine, who shoots at 83% 0.8% on the year. I think we have a double foul.
I think you're right.
I'm not sure who that was on. It's like Shelby Stewart. It's her second teammate. And then Brooke Nicholson picks up her second, team fourth for North Laurel. As Bailey Stewart replaces Shelby, picked up her second foul. Anderson will bounce it in the front court for the Lady Hounds now, just leading by one. Off to Bailey Stewart, stops, 10-footer, yes.
One thing Corbin has done well, they've taken advantage of that second layer of the North Laurel zone. So they created mismatches when Chloe McKnight has to come out on the floor. They're either shooting that jumper, if McKnight's too far out, they're taking it to the hole.
Emily Sizemore dribbles left side over to Valentine. Lobs for McKnight, down low, skip past Nicholson, wide open three, well too hard. But Bella Sizemore gets the rebound. Tries to muscle it up, no good. And Faulkner, a nice box out on McKnight to tap it over to Housley. Housley dribbles in, left side, Anderson three in the corner. This one's well off, no good. And we got a tie up with Walker and Sizemore, and the possession arrow will keep it with Corbin. Takes us to our next media timeout with 3:35 to play. Corbin leads by 3 here in the girls' semifinals of the 13th Region Tournament.
If you have a passion for fishing and a love for water as we do here at Pittsburgh Marine, we have a Ranger boat and a Mercury outboard for you.
We at Pittsburgh Marine have a family tradition since 1979 of catering to the need of the serious fisherman.
That's why serious fishermen know Ranger and Mercury is #1 on the water.
Stop in and check out the best built and best backed outboards and boats here at Pittsburgh Marine, where it's always been and always will be a family tradition, building satisfied customers one at a time.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 GB of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 GB of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
We welcome you back to the Corbin Arena. 3:35 to play in the first half as 18-15, the Red Hounds of Corbin lead it. Eugene Farmer alongside John North as they get it into Bailey Stewart. Fade away 15-footer short, and the loose ball rebound run down by Callie Housley.
Another offensive rebound. That's how we're going to open it up after the media timeout. That's the way this game has gone for North.
Faulkner. She looks, drives down the lane, knocked away, but right to Walker. Valentine so active defensively. Anderson now to Walker, swinging around left side to Housley. Housley now has it, dissects the zone, goes up with a floater, up and in, give her 7. And the Corbin lead is back to 5.
And she's so good at shooting that off-balance shot, and that was kind of a floater there in the middle of the lane. And got it to go. Last time it was to her left with the left hand. That time it was the right.
Emily Sizemore spins in the lane. Shot up, won't go. The foul is up and in by Gracie McKnight.
I really needed that one to North. I know it's 3 points right now, but this is, so far, has been Corbin's game.
Bailey Stewart has it knocked away. Loose ball. Tie up, possession arrow. Will keep it. Or no, they're going to say a timeout taken by North Laurel. Oh, my.
Yeah, Coach Wilson and his assistants were not happy that they granted Coach Mahan that timeout, but, you know, they have a little bit of an argument, Eugene. That ball slipped away from North right before that timeout was called, so a quick whistle, but they did grant it to Coach Mahan, who was all over it calling the timeout.
20-17. John North, that last basket by Gracie McKnight coming off the bench was her first points of the tournament, even though she plays very big minutes for North Laurel.
You know, she plays with a lot of confidence, too. We've seen North several times this year. She's not afraid to take a three, you know, kind of a stretch four for this team, can kind of do it all.
North Laurel basketball coming out of the timeout as Emily Sizemore will bring it up for the Lady Jaguars, trailing it to Corbin by 3. Left side to Nicholson in the corner to McKnight now. She's trapped. Dribbles baseline, knocked out of bounds by Stewart. Seen excellent sportsmanship from both sides of these ladies tonight.
Yeah, a lot of respect between these two teams,
Sure.
I think.
Sizemore, baseline, out to Emily Sizemore, but first she traveled. It'll be a turnover to Corbin with 2:13 to play in the first half.
And North has just been so uncharacteristic on offense. A lot of turnovers like that one, giving up a lot of offensive rebounds on this end. It's been a very off half for North Laurel.
Housley, the bounce pass to Walker, who puts it up and in. Beautiful penetration that time by Housley, and the diagonal dish for the layup by Reagan Walker, and that quickly the lead is back to 5. Valentine over to Emily Sizemore, wide open three. This one's off, no good. Long rebound, saved in by McKnight to Emily Sizemore, and she'll get a layup out of it.
Man, McKnight playing some big minutes, saved that one behind her head, and it led to 2.
That is Emily Sizemore's first basket of the evening. Stewart drives in, stops, 8-foot floater is good. And that's her first basket of the night to extend the lead back to 5. Oh my, John North, a little up and down action going here.
Coach Mahan sticking to this zone right now, but Corbin is kind of torching it just like they did against Knox Central.
They go down a wide open McKnight. She can't get it to go, but follows with the left hand and still can't get it to go before Stewart clears the rebound for Corbin. Stewart drives down the lane. Left hand layup is good.
Stewart had her eyes locked on that goal from the time she caught the ball, knew what she was going to do with it. What a stretch here for the Lady Hounds.
Under 1 minute to play. They lob it for McKnight. It's knocked away and stolen. Walker gets it. Left side to Housley. Housley to the right, puts it up and in. 9 for Housley.
Look at that bench over there, folks. If you're watching at home, they can feel it.
Valentine comes back left, ball knocked away. Stewart gets it on the steal, ahead to a wide open Callie Housley, who lays it in. Valentine will have a chance. Deep three, no good. And that's the end of half number 1, where the running Lady Redhounds of Corbin have sprinted away to a 30-19 lead. More when we return to the Corbin Arena on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
Looking for a used truck or SUV? Think there is a used car shortage? Not at Legacy Corbin. Legacy has a great selection of trucks and SUVs from 4x4, crew cab, or heavy-duty trucks to all-wheel drive and third-row seat SUVs. Prices starting as low as $49.90. Don't have what you're looking for? Just ask. We'll work hard to find it at a great price with financing options. We have the used vehicle you're looking for at Legacy Chevrolet Buick GMC and Legacy Ford Lincoln in Corbin.
And we welcome you back to halftime here of girls semifinal game number 1. Eugene Farmer here alongside of John North, where John, the cheerleading awards are currently being handed out here at girls semifinal game number 1, as the North Laurel Lady Jaguars just claimed second place.
They did. I think they're about to announce the winner here, Eugene. And
congratulations to North Laurel here in the cheer competition as they claim second place. Gonna get some photos of those young ladies, but John, what a run by the Corbin Lady Redhounds at the end of the first half.
You know, Coach Mahan, he just kind of was nodding over there on the sideline, like, this is what we get when we don't shore things up, when we don't get back on defense, when we take bad shots. This is what we get, and what a deficit now they have to overcome, Eugene.
And the 13th region in-game cheer competition winners are the Knox Central Lady Panthers. Congratulations to them, John North.
Yeah, I know how hard that these teams work, and man, you can see that the cheer coaches are super into it. They stand over there, they coach just as hard as the basketball coaches do, and this is just the fruits of their labor to get out here and get recognized on the arena floor. This is a big deal to them, and congratulations to both North and Knox for
sure. Winning a regional championship, John, is so difficult in any sport. So the long hours, the gymnastics, the athleticism that these ladies display. So certainly a huge congratulations to Knox Central and their entire staff.
Yeah, they practice all year for this, to get out on the arena floor and do their thing, and you can see how happy they are there to secure that championship.
But let's talk a little bit about the game at hand. Boy, it was sort of a seesaw battle here early where both teams struggled a little bit offensively, and then, boy, at the end of the half, how about the Corbin Lady Redhounds?
It happened so fast, Eugene. I know I'm the analyst here, but it's hard to kind of capsule what exactly happened. But, it was just kind of wild shots by North Laurel. Corbin took advantage of it by what they wanted to do this entire game, which was get up and down the floor. They are not scared to run with North Laurel. That North Laurel defense, they went into a 2-3 zone. Corbin was able to keep their head above water. North made a couple of runs, but this stretch has come when they have forced turnovers and took it down the other way and laid it in for 2. 7
offensive rebounds for Corbin in the first half was a big difference. Why?
Well, in the first opening minutes, I think North Laurel gave up 3, and I said to you that, that is an alarming amount when you're coming out and playing a zone defense. The number one thing that you want to shore up when you're a coach, we have to rebound. You have to put a butt on somebody. You have to find somebody. And you give up that many offensive rebounds that early was a sign of things to come, because those 7, I would say probably half of those turned into points on the other end for Corbin. And Darcy Anderson was a big part of that. I know she got her paws on a lot of rebounds in that first half.
More when we return to the arena in Corbin. The Lady Redhounds lead it over North Laurel 30-19 when we return here on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 GB of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 GB of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH Cardiovascular and Thoracic Associates. Beat that.
We would like to invite you to shop our President's Day sale here at Kemper's. We've got super low sale prices store-wide on America's best-selling brands, but Kemper is giving you so much more. Take your choice of we pay your sales tax, so the low price on the sales tag is all you pay out the door, plus up to 12 months interest-free, or you can choose up to 4 full years interest-free.
Visit your nearest Kemper store in London, Somerset, or Hazard.
Do you ever hear voices in your head that tell you to do things?
Nope. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
You hear voices that tell you to do things. What kind of things?
Mostly insurance-related things.
Home and auto. They just go together. Save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
There it is again.
That's just the announcer.
Oh, so you hear it too?
Yeah.
Show yourself.
If you have a passion for fishing and a love for water as we do here at Pittsburgh Marine, we have a Ranger boat and a Mercury outboard for you.
We at Pittsburgh Marine have a family tradition since 1979 of catering to the need of the serious fisherman.
That's why serious fishermen know Ranger and Mercury is #1 on the water.
Stop in and check out the best built and best backed outboards and boats here at Pittsburgh Marine, where it's always been and always will be a family tradition, building satisfied customers one at a time.
Did you know we both have even-numbered birthdays?
Yeah, I suppose we do.
And we both love chocolate cake.
Yeah, we sure do.
And both of our mothers have an S in their name.
Fascinating.
It's like we were meant to be together.
Home and auto. They just go together. Save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
Whoa, we were both right-handed.
Wow, that can't be a coincidence.
We would like to invite you to shop our President's Day sale here at Kemper's. We've got super low sale prices store-wide on America's best-selling brands. But Kemper is giving you so much more. Take your choice of we pay your sales tax, so the low price on the sales tag is all you pay out the door, plus up to 12 months interest-free. Or you can choose up to 4 full years interest-free.
Visit your nearest Kemper store in London, Somerset, or Hazard.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 GB of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 GB of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 GB of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
With new vehicles in short supply, take my advice. Don't overpay, just step away and come to Legacy Ford. Many dealers are charging more than $5,000 over MSRP. Let that sink in. That's more than the manufacturer thinks its own car is worth. Our solution, don't overpay, just step away. If we don't have what you need, we'll work to get it, and you won't pay a cent over MSRP. If you shop anywhere else, don't overpay, just step away and come to Legacy Ford.
If you have a passion for fishing and a love for water as we do here at Pittsburgh Marine, we have a Ranger boat and a Mercury outboard for you.
We at Pittsburgh Marine have a family tradition since 1979 of catering to the need of the serious fisherman.
That's why serious fishermen know Ranger and Mercury is #1 on the water.
Stop in and check out the best built and best backed outboards and boats here at Pittsburgh Marine, where it's always been and always will be a family tradition, building satisfied customers one at a time.
We are back at the Corbin Arena, and what a festive halftime session it has been, John North, as we've had their cheerleading awards announced, claimed by Knox Central and North Laurel, and we also saw another favorite episode of my new favorite sport, John North, here at halftime.
Yeah, you're fired up about rolling in the dough. And
I am.
Blame you.
Yeah.
The crowd is into it.
Yes.
There's money involved, which everybody loves. So
yes.
I agree with you. We should start doing like our Power 5, like our top 5 rolling in the dough contestants, I think, for the region, and put all those together for a championship game on Monday night.
I cannot agree more. The task at hand for North Laurel moving forward, John?
Well, I think Coach Mahan, those of you, we were on break, but North Laurel came out of that halftime locker room pretty quick. And I think it's gut check time for that team. I don't think Coach Mahan had much to say. I think he said, hey, you want to play for a region championship, you get back out there, you have a deficit to overcome, you play the best you have all year, and you go after it. I don't know how much that you could say to the team because of that run at the end. I'm pretty sure Corbin is going to have to suffer through a north run at some point here in the third. But they're playing so well, it's going to take a lot for this North Laurel team to get back into it. They're missing a lot of shots they normally hit.
John, what has worked so well for Corbin?
Finding the soft spots in the zone where it started. That's how they got started offensively. Housley is so good at finding the spots where she can score from. They took advantage of the McKnight in the paint, actually, because they either pulled her out or when she was sucked into the paint, they hit the jumper, and they were able to knock down those open shots.
You know, John, one of the things I always look at statistically at the half, the assist-to-turnover ratio. Corbin had 9 assists compared to 6 turnovers. North Laurel, 2 assists, 8 turnovers. That's a huge difference.
It is, and you can credit a lot of the Corbin defense on that. We saw Darcy Anderson get her hands on a lot of passes, and Corbin had the ability to get in those passing lanes. They've been physical inside. It hasn't been easy by any means for North Laurel. They're not used to getting kind of pushed and shoved around like that. And this officiating crew, they've called it very physical the entire time, and I think that prepares both these teams for a state run. But, you know, they have not responded well to that on the offensive end.
All right, John, keys to the second half. We're going to start with North Laurel. How can Eddie Mahan's squad claw back in this one and come out of here victorious and advance tomorrow night's championship game?
He's got to make some adjustments to that zone defense. I think that this team will trap a little bit more on the perimeter. I look for more of a matchup man-to-man look maybe as they come out, and they have to shore up rebounding. No more offensive rebounds. On Corbin's side, they really have to maintain their poise and composure here in the second. You've got a huge lead. You can't come out and just sit on it. You have to attack and continue what you were doing in the first.
The ladies are back out on the court. Corbin down to our right. North Laurel to our left as we are just over a minute away from the start of the second half. Coming up in the nightcap, John, we will have the South Laurel Lady Cardinals, the two-time defending champions of the 13th region under Coach Chris Souter. They'll take on the Jackson County Lady Generals, who put on a show in a first-round blitzing of Bell County.
They did, and that is probably my favorite storyline and matchup left in this tournament on the boys or girls side, because you have the perennial favorite playing better than anyone in South Laurel, and you have now what is now the darling of the tournament in Jackson County. Everybody in the 13th region that is not in red is going to be rooting for Jackson County in that game. How does South respond to that type of pressure, and can Jackson County pull off another upset in this tournament?
What an atmosphere we have here for girls semifinal Friday night. Corbin, North Laurel, South Laurel, Jackson County. We can't ask for much more, John.
No, we were super excited for the semifinal, and it has delivered. I mean, just that run that Corbin went on, that shot of the bench over there, that's what March is all about, and that's what this tournament's all about.
How great of a week have we had, John North, here at the Corbin Arena. I want to thank Christy Bela and her entire staff here at the Corbin Arena, and I have to say, a special shout out to the Redbird Christian School. What a job that they have done hosting the 13th Region Tournament for their first time in school history. Just a magnificent event. Congratulations to those folks. I tell you, they've been in here. It's been a long, hard week for them, but I tell you, they have pulled it off and created a sensational atmosphere.
You know, such a small school, Eugene, you'll like this. They've had to release school early every day so they can get over here in time to have the manpower to put everything together, and that's what Redbird does, man. They pull together as a family, and they get the job done.
Nicholson against Stewart, lobs it for McKnight. She taps it to herself, but puts it up no good, and the rebound to Shelby Stewart of Corbin. Anderson out to Housley, wide open three, left wing. This one's too hard, and the rebound knocked away, and right to Valentine. She's in a hurry against Anderson. Stops, pops from 6. Too hard, no good. And the rebound's knocked out of bounds by Shelby Stewart, and will stay with North Laurel.
Yeah, I love the early touch there for Coach Mahan. He shot it directly into McKnight to try to get her a bucket, and still a lid on it for North Laurel.
They try to get it into McKnight, and that ball goes out of bounds and will go over to the Corbin Lady Redhounds.
Just early on, North Laurel again, they miss a bucket and then they throw it away on a turnover to get it right back to Corbin.
Reagan Walker to inbound as Corbin starts with Walker, Bailey Stewart, Shelby Stewart, Darcy Anderson, and Callie Housley. North counters with Emily and Bella Sizemore, Haley Valentine, Brooke Nicholson, and Chloe McKnight. Bailey Stewart out top. Drives in, goes down low to Walker, backs it back out to Anderson.
More of a matchup zone is what we were expecting here at the top, and that's what we're getting.
Stewart lobs it for Anderson. Fakes the three. Skip past to Housley. Out to Shelby Stewart now. Skip pass to Bailey Stewart. She drives left baseline. Reverse layup blocked by McKnight, but guess what? Walker right there to put it back up and in. Another offensive rebound for Corbin, and now they own their biggest lead of the night at 13.
It was a block, but you still pull McKnight out of position, and Corbin takes advantage of it.
Sizemore strong to the basket as Bella Sizemore has 4.
Little scoop shot. Good-looking bucket there for North Laurel Sizemore.
Anderson stops and pops for 3. This one's off no good, but Stewart there to rebound and put it back up and in.
I wish we had the analytics to see how often Corbin has scored when McKnight has been out of position. That time, again, it's not her fault. She has to go guard. Out of the paint, offensive rebound, bucket.
Valentine stops for 3, partially blocked that time. Loose ball. Walker's going to get it for Corbin. Look out. Anderson off to Stewart. Layup, yes.
Oh, my goodness, Eugene.
Do we have an upset brewing here at the Corbin Arena as the Lady Redhounds? You see Valentine tried to save it in, and she did, but Reagan Walker right there to push it up the floor to Anderson, and the unselfishness to get it to Shelby Stewart for the finish, and Corbin now has their biggest lead of the night by 15.
You know, this is, again, it's the case where, you know, as a broadcaster, you may say at the end of the game that this is an upset, and then you look at the score, and it's a 15-point ball game. And, you know, if I'm a North fan, I'm looking up at the score and looking at how this half has started, and I say, is this just not or not? They've got to find some answers, and they've got to find them quick.
North Laurel in the first half shot at just 6 of 23 for 26%. 0 of 1 from the three-point line. 8 turnovers, as we've already seen them turn it over a couple times here in quarter number 3, John.
Yeah, through the one all the way there to the scorer's table. McKnight has missed a couple already in the paint, and you got to wonder where the offense is going to come from.
Bella Sizemore to inbound it. She looks for Brooke Nicholson. They'll bring it up the floor against Bailey Stewart. Goes to the rack. Nicholson shot up, no good. And Housley with the rebound for Corbin. Housley all the way down. Splits defenders, puts a shot up, no good. And Bella Sizemore gets it in a hurry. Sizemore off to Emily Sizemore. Wide open 3, you bet. 5 for Emily Sizemore.
What's going to bring on the press now?
Walker will bring it up against Gracie McKnight, who just checked in. Walker looks, crosses over. Off to Bailey Stewart now. Skip pass. It's taken away by Valentine. One too many passes, and Valentine puts it up and in. 6 for Haley Valentine. A quick 5-0 run from North Laurel as you see Valentine getting her hands into the passing lane. And off to the races she goes to cap North Laurel's 5-0 run, and that quickly they cut it down to 10.
Yeah, she gets in the passing lane so well on that ball reversal. She had a couple of steals in the first half. It didn't lead to layups like that one, but that's the type of defense to offense that this North Laurel team has to have. $36-26 as Corbin leads it
North Laurel will come with full court pressure yet again, John North.
You know, they didn't really get a turnover last time. It was in the half court, but you know, I do like to try to hurry Corbin up a little bit, make them helter-skelter in the half court.
Walker drives right, knocked away by Bella Sizemore, but she gets it, then goes behind her back, stolen by Bella Sizemore, but she tries to tiptoe along the baseline, but cannot. It'll stay with Corbin, 4:48 to play here in the third.
And that's what the pressure kind of does. It puts the balls in the hands of the players that normally does not carry the ball much or dribble the ball much, and you almost saw a turnover there.
Seen Coach Eddie Mahan so into this one. Anderson looks, drives left over to Walker. Now they'll come back with Anderson with the tight defense by Haley Valentine. Anderson looks, cut off, almost throws it away. Tie up, loose ball, possession arrow will keep it with Corbin.
And I think Coach Mahan is so into this ball game. This is as animated as he has been so far because he knows, Eugene, this has to be their run right now.
Anderson to inbounds. See Coach Isaac Wilson there, trying to will his team to victory. They lob it in for Shelby Stewart against Emily Sizemore. Out to Housley now. Nicholson has her. Housley out to Shelby Stewart. Off to Housley. Takes a three. Drives it in the lane. Scoop shot is up and in. Housley has 13. Valentine in front court. Drives it in. Looks. Corner three. McKnight. Yes! What bench play from Gracie McKnight, and the lead is down to 9.
And what confidence. As a shooter, you're taught if you drop that, you don't get a clean catch, you pass it off and do it again. She dropped it, picked it up, still knocked down the tray.
Anderson against Valentine. Goes behind her back. Crossover, throws it away. Emily Sizemore down the lane, fouled by Bailey Stewart. Her second, team first. Emily Sizemore to the free throw line, 84.7% on the year. First one up, this one in and out, no good. Kayla Stidham, Lauren Faulkner in for Corbin, Reagan Walker, Bailey Stewart exits. Sizemore gets the free throw to go. It'll cut the Corbin lead to 8 and take us to immediate timeout. Second one is good. Timeout on the floor. 38-30. Corbin leads it when we return to the arena on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
My name is Taylor. I am from Hazard, Kentucky. I had a visit here. The second I got out of my car, I was like, I'm done. Like I didn't need to hear anything else. He pulled up like my offer and he scrolled down to the bottom and it said estimated total cost $0. I was like, I'm going here. I was looking for somewhere small and somewhere that I could feel at home and feel comfortable, and that's exactly what Union is to me. It's changed my life.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 GB of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 GB of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
And we welcome you back to the arena at Corbin. 3:26 to play here in the third quarter. And the Lady Redhounds lead it over North Laurel 38-30. Eugene Farmer and John North welcoming you in to the Corbin Arena here on a fantastic Friday night as a baseball pass to Shelby Stewart. She puts it up no good, and Emily Sizemore gets the rebound ahead to Nicholson, and she is going to be fouled by Callie Housley.
What a call there from Coach Wilson out of the out of the timeout. Going to throw the outlet, the run out, if you will. And, you know, for us, that's easy to see develop, but when you're out there on the floor, it's a lot harder to defend.
They get it into Valentine. Faulkner comes out on her. Left side to Nicholson. Skip pass. Emily Sizemore drives down the lane. Shot partially blocked by Shelby Stewart, and Housley gets the rebound for Corbin. Head to Shelby Stewart. In the corner to Faulkner. Faulkner drives baseline, puts it up, no good. And Emily Sizemore corrals the rebound. Off to Valentine. Valentine, stop, pop, three, yes. 9 for Haley Valentine.
How about Valentine stopping on a dime in transition to shoot that three, man? That is some confidence.
And it throws it away. Turnover from Corbin as it goes back to North Laurel. See Coach Isaac Wilson displeased with that turnover as North Laurel making a run here. John North late in the third.
As a player, that is the last place you want to throw the ball to if you turn it over, is to your coach, because you're going to be looking right at him.
Valentine works it against Anderson. Goes left side to Bella Sizemore. Trap cut off. Back to Haley Valentine. Over to McKnight now. McKnight spins out to Valentine. Left side. Bella Sizemore wide open three. Count it. 7 for Bella Sizemore, and we have a ball game as Emily Sizemore picks up the foul for North Laurel. That's her first and the team's first.
A 15-point lead trimmed away by North Laurel, and they've done it by getting those open looks on that ball reversal. That was what they're so successful at. Getting those open looks. They've taken a lot higher quality shots in the second half than they did the first.
Bailey Stewart works it up against Bella Sizemore. The lead is down to 2, what was once 15. Faulkner has the ball knocked away, but it goes to Bailey Stewart. Down the lane, left-hand layup, won't go. Foul, Emily Sizemore.
And you can see the difference right there if you're watching at home on that possession. Look how frantic Corbin was. Yeah. Throwing the ball around, bouncing all over the place before they picked up the foul. But you can see it here, just everyone kind of chasing after the ball. That's not how they looked in the first half, folks. They looked comfortable in the half court. That's not how it's been in the second.
Stewart's free throw spins in. 7 points on the night for her. 3-point Corbin lead. Pounds that left-hand dribble. Second one is up and short, no good. But there's Faulkner sneaking in there and getting an offensive rebound. Out to Stidham. They'll lob it for Anderson out top. She drives left all the way to the basket. The left-hand layup is good. 7 for Darcy Anderson.
Gonna have to start seeing some individual performances like that because of the man-to-man defense look for North Laurel.
McKnight back to Valentine. Drives left, cut off and trap. Off to Gracie McKnight, quickly back to Valentine. Drives, has it knocked away, stolen. Stewart has it. Off to Stidham now. Stidham drives it in over to Faulkner. Faulkner drives baseline, and she's going to be fouled by McKnight. Gracie McKnight's first, team third. Under 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. John North has Corbin weathered the storm here.
I still think it's tough to say, Eugene. They look a little better these last couple of possessions, but that North man-to-man still giving them some problems.
Bailey Stewart a three, it won't go, and the rebound corralled by Jalen Black.
And they're rebounding better.
Bella Sizemore, open three, left side. This one too hard. The rebound to Shelby Stewart. Boy, good look that time by Sizemore.
Yeah, the North Laurel fans are waiting to erupt here, but have the Jags cooled off going into the fourth.
Anderson against Black. Over to Bailey Stewart now. As we tick down to the 20-second mark. Anderson Takes a three, he'll back it back out. 15 seconds to play. Here we go, Anderson and Black. She get a high screen from Bailey Stewart, goes around it, straight to the rim. Ball fake, puts it up, no good. And that brings us to an end of quarter number 3. The Lady Red Hounds lead it by 5. One team will advance to tomorrow night's championship game when we return here on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabyte of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 gigabyte of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
If you have a passion for fishing and a love for water as we do here at Pittsburgh Marine, we have a Ranger boat and a Mercury outboard for you.
We at Pittsburgh Marine have a family tradition since 1979 of catering to the need of the serious fisherman.
That's why serious fishermen know Ranger and Mercury is #1 on the water.
Stop in and check out the best built and best backed outboards and boats here at Pittsburgh Marine, where it's always been and always will be a family tradition, building satisfied customers one at a time.
Back here at the Corbin Arena, 41-36. Corbin leads it. 1 quarter to go. Eugene Farmer and John North pleased to be joined courtside here at the arena for a great semifinal game, John.
Yeah, I love the question you posed to me is did Corbin weather the storm? I'm gonna wait out these next 2 minutes to see if that's true. We'll see what happens.
Valentine against Anderson. Hands off to Emily Sizemore. Housley has her. Just a great guard matchup. Off to Bella Sizemore. Drives in the lane. Scoop shot won't go. Tap rebound loose. Walker gets it for Corbin. Now she loses it, but Stewart gets it. Over to Housley. Housley dribbles in off to Bailey Stewart. Stewart drives in, and she's going to be fouled, I believe, by Valentine. That'll be her second, team 4th. Every possession critical from here on out, John.
That feels big. You can feel a lot of tension in the arena right now.
Housley over to Anderson now.
Got to take high-quality shots now if you're Corbin.
Back door to Walker. Her and McKnight fight for it, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Isaac Wilson. Both coaches out on the court. We've played over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. John, you have to love the passion and energy from both these schools here trying to advance to the regional finals.
I'm just happy we can sit here and smile and laugh about it because there are 2 fan bases right now, folks, that are not doing that. They are sweating bullets, and we're just down here enjoying ourselves. But you can see how much it means to both right now. Diving on the floor, you're getting huge performances out of Gracie McKnight that you don't normally do. Darcy Anderson has stepped up to the plate. It's just been a phenomenal atmosphere and a phenomenal game so far. I'm having a blast.
41-36 as Corbin trying to hold on to the rope and North Laurel trying to press forward and advance to the finals.
Yeah, Coach Mahan, again, he talked about their slow start. They got another slow start here, a 15-point deficit at the half. How do you come out? How do you erase it with how poorly we played offensively, says Coach Mahan and North Laurel, and they've done it. They're back in the game, but they've still got a ways to go because of the hole that they dug, and Corbin is slowly starting to figure that man-to-man out.
Coming out of the timeout, it is Corbin basketball. 6:58 to play. 5-point lead for the Lady Hounds. Anderson guarded so tight by Haley Valentine. Left side, she'll hand off to Housley, moving right. Housley turns around, takes a 3, and hits it. No, they're going to say it's a 2. Nonetheless, 15 for her, lead to 7 for Corbin.
Say North almost needs to switch on those screens because Nicholson was hedging away. That's why Housley got open.
McKnight, the baseline jumper, won't go, gets her own rebound. Hits the streaking Valentine, who puts it up no good. And the tip rebound to Housley, who's in a hurry. Housley all the way down. Layup won't go. But Stewart had the rebound. I think she's going to be fouled by Sizemore.
Yeah, Sizemore just grabbed her arm there, but, man, you got to box out under there to give up that offensive rebound. You can see it here. How about Housley going all the way to the rack? Nicholson with a good job to get up early. That way she didn't get the foul. You can see it right here. Just a missed box out.
Little arm bar there, John North. We'd love for Ryan Lemon to talk about that tonight as part of OVW.
Yeah, he took a shock today.
I hope he's all right.
If he's back on Saturday, he's mentioned it. We may ask him
about it. Such a good time last night. I hope he's okay.
Well, he didn't get any chops here.
Housley down the lane, won't go. McKnight clears the rebound for North Laurel. Ahead to Nicholson. Nicholson drives it all the way down. Ball knocked out of bounds and will stay with North Laurel.
Now still the active hands of Corbin to get some deflections to give themselves a chance at a steal.
Sizemore looks for Valentine. Valentine, step back three, too hard, and Housley claims the rebound, and she's going to be fouled by Bella Sizemore. That'll be her third and the team's sixth. Corbin will be in the bonus from here on out.
Yeah, this is, I feel like, Eugene, this is a huge possession both ways for Corbin and North. Corbin can get a stop and a score. They're right back in it if North can get a stop and a score. But Corbin, they can get a score. They may be able to pull away from North here.
Anderson, fancy dribbling, crosses over Valentine.
Not a lot of people can do that against Haley Valentine.
No. Walker drives it in around McKnight and lays it in.
That's big. That is big.
8 for Reagan Walker. Valentine down the lane. Nice left-hand layup. She now has a beautiful move that time by Emily Sizemore, and the finish to keep North Laurel engaged here.
And quick timeout for Coach Mahan. He wants to reset his team here defensively because of that open layup they've given up. And again, Corbin has adjusted more to the man-to-man look, just like they did in the zone in the first half. And Coach Mahan just wants to shore it up, tighten up his defense a little bit.
John, real quickly, you'll be on the call for the next game. Preview South Laurel and Jackson County.
Well, you know, South Laurel, they come out, played very well. This team, is playing about as well as anyone in this tournament. And Jackson County had one of the more special performances that we've ever seen. They've got to have more of it, and they've got to conjure up some magic like they did in that Bell County game for them to have a chance against South Laurel. But with how we've seen this tournament play out so far, a very good possibility Jackson County gives South a hard time in that nightcap.
Reagan Walker brings it up, feeds Bailey Stewart now. She'll go diagonal pass to Shelby Stewart, who lays it in. 8 for Shelby Stewart.
Coach Wilson gets an A+ coming out of the timeout tonight. He has drawn up some dandies.
Sizemore can't convert. Now Emily Sizemore to follow. She can't get it to go either. And Shelby Stewart has the rebound off to Anderson in front court. Off to Bailey Stewart. Down the lane. Layup is good.
If you're North, this is your uh-oh moment.
Danger time.
Yep.
11-point lead.
This is it. This is your uh-oh moment.
McKnight to Bella Sizemore. Off to Nicholson. She'll fire the three. No good. Jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to Corbin. Stidham into the lineup for Corbin. Reagan Walker exits.
Yeah, Walker, I think, took a shot to the face. She's going to get checked out by the coaching staff right now.
Stidham looks in. Fires a long pass to Housley that's on point. Housley splits the double team and lays it in. Oh, my. 17 for Housley.
The double team again. Coach Wilson calls for the run out, and it's successful again. This time they score on it.
Valentine can't get it to go. Stewart the rebound off to Anderson.
Wow.
Anderson holds it out deep. Valentine comes out on her.
Her shoes on tight. She's going to try to tie it while defending. How about that? That's impressive.
Anderson off to Bailey Stewart. She drives it in, fakes a pass and lays it in.
Wow.
11 for Bailey Stewart. Emily Sizemore down the lane and gets it to go. 10 for her. 13-point Corbin lead. Anderson hands off to Bailey Stewart. She drives in the lane. Another layup won't go, but she's fouled. The Corbin Lady Redhounds have never lost their aggression in this ballgame.
Now you had that one stretch where North Laurel was able to cut it, I believe, to two or four at one point. And since that moment, as you see the foul there headed to the line, I mean, it's been all Redhounds. They've been able to find a way to score. They've been getting up and down, which is what they wanted to do from the get-go. And now they're back up 14 after being up 15 once in this ball game. They're almost there again.
14-point lead. Bailey Stewart. Second free throw is good, and that takes us to our final media timeout. It's all Corbin here in girls semifinal game number 1. We'll find out if they can hold on when we return to the Corbin Arena here on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
Friday, Tom Selleck stars in a new Blue Bloods on CBS.
We would like to invite you to shop our President's Day sale here at Kimber's. We've got super low sale prices store-wide on America's best-selling brands. But Kimber is giving you so much more. Take your choice of we pay your sales tax, so the low price on the sales tag is all you pay out the door, plus up to 12 months interest-free. Or you can choose up to 4 full years interest-free.
Visit your nearest Kimber store in London, Somerset, or Hazard.
Do you ever hear voices in your head that tell you to do things?
Nope. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
You hear voices that tell you to do things. What kind of things?
Mostly insurance-related things.
Home and auto. They just go together. Save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
There it is again.
That's just the announcer.
Oh, so you hear it too?
Yeah.
Show yourself.
.3:10 to play here, the fourth and final quarter, as Corbin leads North Laurel 55-40. Eugene Farmer here alongside John North as the Lady Jags trying to make a comeback. McKnight drives over to Emily Sizemore. Step back three, short, no good. And Bailey Stewart tries to save it in to Housley, but she's standing out of bounds.
Under 3 minutes, and at this point, North Laurel, they're going to need nothing short of a miracle to come back down 15, and the way they've shot it. Got to get something going.
Anderson in, Housley out for Corbin. Valentine tries to shoot a three, but blocked out of bounds by Lauren Faulkner.
There's ever a signature to put on a game, and that's how you do it right there. Nothing going for even Valentine, who has seen bulletproof in this tournament over the years and all season long.
Valentine muscles her way to the basket, cannot get it to go. And Bailey Stewart with the rebound, 2.5 to play. The ball has just not bounced the way of the Lady Jaguars here tonight, John North.
It has not, and you know, when they came out and turned it over, you just got to wonder, was it not their night? A slow start against Harlan County, but talent was able to overcome. But, man, this Corbin team, they put together something special and on their way to a regional championship.
Stewart drives it in. Skip pass, Anderson. Wanted the three, but wisely is going to run clock.
Yeah, and North Laurel just right now content with it.
1:50 to play now.
I'd foul a little bit here, Eugene, because
have to.
You know, you got to put them on the line.
Stidham now. Skip pass over to Faulkner. To Anderson. Anderson drives it in, lobs it for Stidham.
Wow. Got a foul.
Foul by McKnight. Her second, teammate. What an impressive display of guard play we just witnessed right there as Corbin holds the ball for over a minute.
I mean, just milk the clock out. And, you know, after 30 seconds, Eugene, you're better off fouling instead of hoping you get a turnover because the time is more important than a turnover at that point.
Faulkner's free throw no good. Sizemore looks for McKnight. Back to Sizemore.
Gotta take one.
Emily Sizemore drives in now on Walker. Drives baseline, puts a shot up, partially blocked, and Stewart gets the rebound. And the Red Hound faithful here at the Corbin Arena are on their feet, and rightfully so, as Nicholson picks up the foul. That'll be her third, team ninth.
Eugene, I know you'll chat with him, but how about the job that Coach Isaac Wilson has done in this tournament, in this game, all season long? And, you know, we talked about him as a player, and if you knew him as a player, you know as well as I do, it's only a matter of time before he put together a team like this to make a regional final run.
Coaching at his alma mater.
Yeah.
Led the Red Hounds as point guard to 2 regional championships. Going to try to do it now as a head coach of the Lady Hounds. Bailey Stewart converts both free throws. It's a 17-point lead. Black fakes the three. Feeds a cutting McKnight who puts it up and in.
McKnight has played extremely well in this ball game. Extremely well.
Steal by Black. Black off to Emily Sizemore. She puts it up and in.
North going to bring on some pressure here, but another foul. Got to hope for a miss and then immediately come down and hit a three.
Emily Sizemore will pick up the foul, her fourth. Team 10th. 24 seconds to go. And how big has this young lady that we see standing at the charity stripe been tonight? Darcy Anderson, the point guard, comes in averaging over 12 points a game, had 11 in the first round. Tonight, she has 7.
Well, her point total in this one is skewed to how big she's been in this game. And for me, she's the MVP of this contest. Because of the way she rebounded, the way she defended, she's been a sure hand the entire way, even during the North Laurel run. Just super impressive, and she's been the MVP of this contest for Corbin.
Nicholson gets an easy basket. She has 5. Anderson has it now. And that'll do it. Housley goes behind her back. Congratulations to Isaac Wilson and the Lady Red Hounds. They'll play for it all tomorrow night after the 58-46 victory over the North Laurel Lady Jaguars. We'll have more when we return to the Corbin Arena here on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
With new vehicles in short supply, take my advice. Don't overpay. Just step away and visit Legacy Chevrolet. Many dealers are charging more than $5,000 over MSRP. Let that sink in. That's more than the manufacturer thinks its own car is worth. Our solution? Don't overpay. Just step away. If we don't have what you need, we'll work to get it, and you won't pay a cent over MSRP. If you shop anywhere else, don't overpay, just step away and come to Legacy Chevrolet.
Stars in a new Blue Bloods on CBS.
Do you ever hear voices in your head that tell you to do things?
Nope. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
You hear voices that tell you to do things. What kind of things?
Mostly insurance-related things.
Home and auto. They just go together. Save when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
There it is again.
That's just the announcer.
Oh, so you hear it too?
Yeah.
Show yourself.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabyte of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 gigabyte of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Tonight was all about the Corbin Lady Redhounds as they win it over North Laurel in girls semifinal number 1 by the score of 58-46. Eugene Farmer pleased to be joined by the victorious head coach of the Lady Hounds, Isaac Wilson. And Coach, you know, we walked into the arena together and you talked about how you hope for one more night here on Championship Saturday night. Talk about this performance.
You know, man, what can you say? My team came to play, you know, they've been hungry ever since the district championship game where we fell a little short, and, you know, we know we've got a talented bunch, and, man, we are very tight right now. I mean, we're clicking, we're together. When I say we're the best team, we just love one another, and I think it shows out on the court. We don't care who gets the glory as long as the Corbin Lady Redhounds get a win, and I think that, you know, speaks volumes to us, and it's a big reason why we play well tonight.
How about the way your team handled the basketball tonight? Thought guard play was sensational. Darcy Anderson didn't have the most points, but her floor game and the way she rebounded on the defensive end really stood out to us.
Well, there was 2 things I talked to the team about, you know, as a key to win the basketball game. Transition points, you know, North Laurel is really good in transition. And then rebounding the basketball. Obviously, you know, Emily Sizemore had 21 rebounds in the first game up here. So her physical play, you know, is definitely an issue. And I just feel like we battled. I mean, like I said, that team in white tonight really wanted it. They wanted to represent, you know, our district and Corbin in the regional championship tomorrow night. And, you know, hey, hats off to them. You know, the kids win basketball games. I tell them that all the time, you know. I know that sometimes I get credit. I'm like, kids, listen, you all win basketball games. If anything, I lose basketball games. So kids played great. I'm happy for them. You know, obviously got a quick turnaround. And like I told the team, we've got one more, and that's kind of what we're thinking about.
How impressed were you about the fact 14 assists on 24 made field goals tonight? That speaks to your unselfishness.
It does, and like I said, we honestly do not care who gets the credit. As long as the Corbin Lady Redhounds are playing well. And we've shared the basketball well all year. To be honest with you, the games that we've lost, we've struggled. I won't say sharing the basketball, but we've struggled assisting. And sometimes it's just been that shots didn't fall, and it's not been because we've not been passing it. It's just our open looks didn't fall. So, you know, our guard play we know is a strength of ours, and, you know, we definitely leaned on that tonight. I'm happy for the kids. I'm happy for the community, and I hope to see this place packed out in red tomorrow night.
You know, you talk about coming into the game, a little bit of a size disadvantage with Chloe McKnight down low. Yeah. How satisfying is it that you out-rebound the Lady Jaguars 33-26?
Again, it was a mentality thing. I feel like we got a lot of warriors in those white jerseys, and they just battle. I mean, we know we don't have the tallest girls, we don't have the biggest girls, but I'm telling you, I would not trade one of them. Their heart, their desire. I've got so many kids that remind me of me when I was a player. Yeah. You know, obviously when you look at me, but if I did not play hard, bad things was going to occur, or, you know, I probably would have never gotten the game. But our kids are a bunch of fighters, and that's one thing, you know, if it's going to be a game that we've got to show up and fight, I'm not worried about my team not showing up. We're going to show up, we're going to fight, and, you know, at the end of the day, the other team's got a lot on their hands when they meet us.
You know, we talked about after your opening round win over Knox Central, you're coaching your alma mater, how much it means to be coaching this team back to a place where you have won 2 regional championships as a player and now will coach in a regional championship as the head coach of the Corbin Lady Red Hounds. How much personal pride do you take in that?
It's been a long journey. I think I told you that on Monday when I was here, and my first year we was 8-22, I believe, and, just where we've come. Again, I'm super proud of the kids. They've continued to buy in, in this day and age especially. I feel like it's really easy for kids not to buy into what you're trying to do, and, I feel like there's a lot of individualism sometimes that kind of creeps in. So being able to keep that away, continue to work, we've lost a lot of tough ball games. We had 2 years in a row we had a really good chance of coming up here, and we lost both of them by, I believe, 5 and 2, and one of them being a last-second layup at the buzzer. So we've had a lot of heartbreak, and I feel like that obviously has propelled us to, just be fighters and understand that at the end of the day, if we fight, I think a lot of things take care of itself, and, I'm happy for the team because they're starting to reap some benefits of that.
Coach, is balance the key to this team?
It is, yeah. I mean, anybody that I start, honestly, I feel like we're about 8 deep at least, and anybody can score on you. I mean, it can be somebody different every night. I know Callie Housley's a name that's, pretty solid around Corbin, but, Shelby Stewart, obviously can have a night on you. Bailey Stewart come out tonight. She's capable of that every single night. She's struggled a little bit this year. Darcy Anderson, I mean, people don't understand all the things that Darcy does well for us and how she takes care of the basketball. She gets kids in the right spot, and she's one heck of a point guard, and I'm blessed to coach her. And, I'm just happy for all the kids. I don't even know who scored what, but all I know is that we've got a big game tomorrow.
We're going to end on this. How important was it for your team to be the aggressor coming out of the gate and get a lead early?
It's 100% the most important thing about my basketball team. When we come out passive, and when I think about the 6 games we've lost, that we had an it factor that just wasn't there. And when I look back, it was 1,000% just our mentality and, as you said, our aggressiveness towards the game and everything. Defensively, getting down in a stance, guarding people, rebounding the basketball, offensively putting the ball on top of our heads. Aggression and just physical play is a big key for us. And, like I said, I feel like we figured that out, and I don't think that we're not going to be bringing that for the rest of this season.
Coach, I know how much this means to you. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck
Thank
tomorrow
you.
night.
Appreciate it. Thank
Coach Isaac Wilson of the victorious Corbin Lady Red Hounds as they advance to the regional championship game, 58-46 over North Laurel. Back with more here at the Corbin Arena on the Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week.
Is this your card?
Nope.
Is this your card? Is this your card?
Sorry.
Home and auto, they just go together.